What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Star Wars unboxing video. Today we're going to be doing another brand new figure. I've been looking forward to unboxing one of these figures for a while now. I kind of say that a lot, but I guess I'm just a Star Wars action figure fan. But before we get to this great unboxing video, why don't you go ahead and smash that like and subscribe button here on YouTube. Ring that notification bell. It really helps. Drop me a comment. I love talking about Star Wars from you guys. Man, we are up in views, comments, subscribers, all that kind of good stuff. A lot of good stuff happening here. Then head on over to Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. All will be linked in the bio. Now, let's get to this unboxing video. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen, a Mandalorian Super Commando. I believe these guys were the ones that served under Maul. They spray painted their armor to reflect the red Dathomirian's look and all that kind of good stuff. They were former Death Watch commandos that kind of switched over. They called them Mandalorian loyalists. I guess they believed that he was going to bring back the old ways. I guess we'll call it. But I believe they released some other ones, or are gonna release some other ones with the actual horns, because some of them had horns. I believe those were the maybe the ones in charge. I'm not really sure. But I've watched all the Clone Wars. Great series. I believe the Clone Wars is some of my favorite Star Wars material out there. It's so good. The first season is a little rough, but after that, it just dives into a great storyline with great epic characters. We get to see some of our old favorite characters doing some of the stuff that we always wanted them to see. Lightsaber fights, using the Force, all that kind of good stuff. And we get to see Mandalorians. All kinds of Mandalorians. We're first introduced to Bo-Katan and these guys, and we get to see Maul take off. There's so much going on, too much for me to explain in my little unboxing videos. But you're not here for that, are you? You're here for the action figure. Now, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. But before we do, let's take a look at this beautiful vintage collection card that we have here. Look at that background. He's getting ready to give somebody all he's got, I guess. Got a carbine and two pistols. That is a Galar 15 and two Westar 35s. Beautiful. Figures on the back. We have a few of these. You want to go back and check out my unboxings of these three figures. Reva, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Anakin Skywalker in the Padawan form with the worst cape that you'll ever find. That's okay. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. As I've said before, I love these thicker cards. For shipping purposes, it makes it a lot easier to a lot better chance to get a figure that's going to be well intact. If you're a card collector, I mean, you don't want your cards to be all bent up. Luckily, I only collect certain cards, or certain carded figures, I should say, mostly Luke Skywalkers. Let's go ahead and get these weapons out of here. At first feel they're a little soft. That carbine there was a little soft when I grabbed it. Use a knife to kind of cut away the tape there, because they really package those weapons and stuff in there now. There we are. Alright, so these are the Westar 35s. Dual Mandalorian pistols, if you want to call them. Beautiful. Just a solid gray there. Nothing that's going to be too great, but it does have some, you see some definition on there, the handle, and you see the barrel there. Not bad at all. Alright, now we have the Galar 15. Nice and straight, but they are a little soft. I'm not sure why they make the weapon soft. Make them hard. Harden these babies up. That's nice. You can see the barrel down the side there. Handle, trigger. Very nice. Let's get this Mandalorian out. No little cape or anything for this guy. before we get looking at this guy, let's go ahead and stuff these pistols in the holsters. As I've said multiple times, I'm a huge fan of pistols and holsters, especially on my figures. They're a little tight, and where the figures, the pistols, I mean, are a little soft, you really don't want to be jamming them down in there, because you see how easy that is to bend. Like, you could easily break that pistol. So may need a little bit of working with, but for the time being, we'll just go ahead and just kind of not even put those in there. Just so they aren't sticking out. The jetpack does come off. There you go. Nice and snug, so it fits very nice. This figure is also going to be wonderful for an Obi-Wan Kenobi. If you've seen the Clone Wars, spoiler alert, Obi-Wan Kenobi wears some Mandalorian armor himself as they're trying to get out of Mandalore. It's starting to collapse. So he dons a red version of this, and you kind of see him holding the helmet. So this will be a great head swap here. Very easy customization for a Clone Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. So yeah, let's see. If I'm not mistaken, it appears that one leg is shorter than the other. I really hope I'm wrong there. Nope. They're not. Just the way that the feet were sitting there. Let's go ahead with the articulation test. The head moves, wow, wonderfully. It can look down despite the armor, which is great. Arms move up. Definitely don't want to leave them up because it's the reactive shoulder armor there. Great elbow movement. Hands and wrists. Very tight as they should be. You definitely don't want loose hands. Legs are very mobile. You can move in all different directions, which I'm a super huge fan of. I hate the figures that have the positional hips, where you have to turn it one way and then turn that one way and then turn that just to, you know, kind of get it moving. If you're going to pose on something like that you can kind of hurry up and get posed in, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be turning hips and turning stuff like that. So very posable figure here. The feet move, but you do want to be careful because they do lift up. They're on the heel. On the heel. There we go. Alright, let's get some blasters in hands here. Alright, there's a simple pose here. Let's say he's kind of hovering with his jetpack there. Kind of looking down on what's going on below him there. And he's holding the blaster very, very nicely. It's a little wobbly because, as I said, for some reason the weaponry is really, really soft. Like, you could easily bend it over in half with barely any, weight at all. So it makes posing the weapons very, very difficult sometimes because the weapons don't really want to move with the hands, and sometimes the hands can be soft also, which can be good, but it's also, you also want the hands to hold what you want them to hold. Let's go ahead and put the blaster pistols in hand. Okay, so the blaster pistols are held much, much better than the Galar 15 carbine is. I mean, look at that pose right there. Super simple to do. Just a little bit of leg movement there. Kind of have him looking down. So you can kind of stack him on top of something there so he's blasting down at something below. Yeah. This is a great figure. Just, I wish they would make harder weaponry. I don't really understand that. Harder weaponry and better soft goods. Put the word out. Great figure, though. Great figure. Let's get a nice close-up of that helmet there, because the helmet is just grand with the streaks of paint there. The armor is fantastic also. The paint job is just fantastic on this figure. I can't say enough about how great this figure looks. everything. The busted up knee pads there. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful figure. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. Mandalorian Super Commando. Great, great figure. Can't say enough about this figure. Wish we'd harden up those hands a little bit, harden up the weaponry, and this would be almost a perfect figure. That's the only two things lacking: the paint job, the articulation, the look of the helmet, and all of that good stuff. The weathering of the certain parts where they should be weathered is there. Like, man, the figures, the vintage collection figures are definitely on the rise as being almost comparable with the Black Series. How funny is that to say in this day and time, but here we are. And speaking of here we are, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I enjoy unboxing these figures for you guys if you are carded figure collectors. If you're not collectors at all and just enjoy action figures, hey, thank you so much for watching also. Make sure and smash that like and subscribe button here on YouTube. It really, really, really helps. Leave me a comment. Turn the notifications on. Let's talk about Star Wars. Then head on over to Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. All will be linked in the bio. Thank you guys so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.